Hello, everyone. Welcome to Normalist Chicago Residence. I am Bengi.
I'm Jadyn.
And I am Grace.
And today we are going to be doing Shrek 1 and 2 for our review.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I'm so excited. Shrek 1 and 2.
You sound very excited.
Two of the best DreamWorks movies
so
of all time.
Yeah. Anyway, so this episode is basically recorded, yeah, before, like not on schedule. So this is sort of
We're a filler episode.
This is a filler episode for when we can't be there. For whatever reason.
Christmas.
Spring break,
Easter.
Which is coming up. Spring break is coming up.
Spring break is
Summer
coming up.
break.
So, all right. We're going to skip the what have we watched this week and what was the other one?
Any projects.
Any projects, because we just discussed that in the episode we recorded earlier.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I think we should do, I have it set up so we do like Shrek 1 and then Shrek 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I guess we'll just start with Shrek 1.
Okay.
Do you want to read the directors and the cast, Grace?
Sure. The directors of this movie are Andrew Adamson and Vicky Jensen, and it stars Mike Myers, Eddie Murphy, Cameron Diaz, and John Lithgow.
I couldn't
Lithgow.
tell you.
Lithgow.
This is rated PG, so anyone can see it with
No
parental
disclaimers.
guidance.
Yes.
Basically, once upon a time, in a faraway swamp, there lived an ogre named Shrek, whose precious solitude is suddenly shattered by an invasion of annoying fairy tale characters. They were all banished from their kingdom by the evil Lord Farquaad, determined to get them off his land. Shrek cuts a deal with Farquaad and sets out to rescue Princess Fiona to be Farquaad's bride. Rescuing the princess may become more complicated with her deep, dark secret.
Yeah, it's Shrek, all right? So if you haven't seen it,
go watch it and
go
then
watch
listen
it
to this.
because you
this
literally
movie?
You have to be like,
You have to
living
live
on
in
an
a swamp,
island.
live in a
You have to live in a swamp.
Actually live in this movie.
This movie is like the biggest pop culture reference of all time. So
Yeah.
and it's all pop culture references. I mean, like
2001.
it's
Shrek.
2001 Shrek. It's
Yeah.
it's everything. So go watch it if you haven't, because I don't know how you haven't. I mean, everyone's seen this movie.
Not to age anyone out there, but we're all younger than this movie.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you're younger than this movie and you haven't watched this movie, what are you doing? It's
If
crazy.
you're older than this movie and you haven't watched this movie,
Even my 2-year-old nephew has seen this movie.
Yeah.
Be better than my 2-year-old nephew.
Be better.
do better.
Don't
Do
be
better.
sorry. Be better.
Okay, so what were our initial thoughts about this movie?
Initially, this movie is amazing. I don't think we have to talk about plot or story or cinematography. I think we can just say
all of those were amazing and incredible.
hilarious.
Yep.
It's the jokes are funny. I even don't mind the poop jokes. It's just like putting a spin on all your favorite like fairy tale characters and just making them like this like interconnected universe of like characters that just kind of all mess with each other and go on these little adventures. I love it so much.
They be adventuring for real.
They be adventuring for real.
Did you guys ever see Shrek the Musical?
Yes, I did.
No, I never did.
I not only saw the movie, but I watched the recorded like Broadway version on Netflix. And my school, when I was in middle school, did that production. But it was like the high schoolers. So I went to watch the high school production of Shrek the Musical. It was very quality. It was very life-changing.
I saw the original cast, or the one after the original cast, in Buffalo at Shays.
Damn.
And it was unremarkable. Yeah. It was cool when the dragon came out, because they actually built like the dragon.
Ooh.
Damn.
And he like actually like ate him, and it was kind of cool. Yeah.
Yo. Okay.
Yeah.
Guys, this movie's 22 years old.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they also were like the first, I think they were the first after Toy Story to use like the 3D animation technology.
Something like that.
And they and no one really thought that the animation technology on this movie was gonna like catch on, because Disney had been doing it, so well for so many years. And so DreamWorks had made films like that too. But this was like that animation style that people were just like, oh shit, this.
Yeah, I
this
literally
is
just saw
it.
TikTok about this, about
Yeah.
like the progression of like texture versus like, I don't know, like an animation and how it developed over time.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was really interesting, although I'm not an animation person, but I think it's cool. Anyway, so we all initially liked the movie. What other questions do we have?
Not only did I initially like it as a child, but like it still holds up, not just because it's still good, but also like I'm a big like nostalgia person, so the nostalgia I feel watching these movies or any movies from when I was a kid just like always makes me happy because it reminds me of a simpler time. So even if the movie didn't still hold up, like for example, I would say like High School Musical is probably, you go back and watch it, you're like, this isn't as good as when we were kids, but you still watch it because like I dressed up as Gabriella for Halloween. Like, I loved that shit so much. So it'll always hold, like, an extra bit of, like, love in my heart.
I was not a High School Musical person. I was a Lemonade Mouth person.
I was both.
Okay.
I feel like, though, the difference between those movies and this movie is, like, this movie got better as I got older because I understood more of the references.
That's true.
Yeah.
There were a couple, because I rewatched it for this. Like, I was like, oh my god, I'd never pick up on that when I was a kid. Like, just certain, like, adult jokes or whatever.
Yeah. There's a lot in this movie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. They make a lot of dick jokes.
Yeah.
They make a lot of boner jokes.
Yeah, like what is he compensating for, like, with the castle?
That's right.
And like he was like, oh,
Yeah.
I think his courage is in short supply.
Anyway.
But it works both ways because like they're making fun
Exactly.
of his height, but they're not making fun.
They're
of
making
his
fun of
height.
more than...
They're making
yeah.
yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
were there anything we really disliked about this movie?
No.
I mean, like, I don't really know what, like, there is to criticize, because it's, like, I don't know.
I mean, like, it's not very like emotional.
Yeah, no, for sure.
But like, that's not what they were trying to do.
That's what I'm...
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were trying to make you laugh, and that's good.
It's like, it was such, like, it was, like, kind of revolutionary for where they were at, like, animation-wise. Like, you can't really criticize them for not, I don't know.
Yeah.
And like, that was like, I know Hunchback came out before this, but like, that was also like animation. Usually, like the characters are usually very like skinny, and like they look very proper most of the time, especially with Disney. And DreamWorks was a newer studio, but they had Shrek, who's not like he's the opposite of the knight in shining armor,
Yeah.
and he's like the hero of the story, which I liked. I thought that was fun.
No, I really like... The message of it was so good. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So underrated.
Yeah. Anything else about this movie in particular you want to talk about?
I don't know. We're like...
I have so much more to say about Shrek 2 than I do
Wait.
about this first.
So we don't really have a weakest part or what you would change. I literally don't know.
Honestly, I give this movie like 4 stars, solid 4 stars.
So on a 10-point scale, like 8.
Yeah, like an 8, yeah.
I agree. Yeah.
But Shrek
Honestly,
2?
Yeah.
Wait for Shrek 2.
I would go between 7.5 and 8. But more towards 8.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we want to just move on to Shrek 2? Because
Yeah.
I feel like that's where Benji really
clearly
wants
wants to move on to Shrek 2.
So much to
When
say
we were like,
about Shrek 2.
when we were like, what movie should we do for this extra episode? Benji said Shrek 2, and I was like, well, we can't just not do the first one.
Listen, Shrek 2
Oh, boy.
has a special place in my heart for a lot of reasons. Because they saw the success of the first Shrek movie. And just to give you an idea of that success, I was in like a Battle of the Bands thing my freshman year of high school. And the band that played Smash Mouth, it was like a voting thing, so whoever got the most votes win. The band that played Smash Mouth won by 102 votes. There were like 130 people there.
Damn.
So, this song, hey now,
You're an all-star.
like everyone knows that song because of that. And it's so like faux 90s that it's like incredible. And then they saw how good that was, and then they're like, well, let's do that but more. So they just came back, and they have all the references. They have like reality TV show references. They had cops references.
Yes.
And like Eddie Murphy was like, you know, the horse. He was getting detained by the cops. They were pepper spraying them.
Yeah.
There was like everything. There was like.
All right, let's get into our cast and synopsis. Then we can let Benji continue talking about Shrek 2.
I mean, the cast is the same.
They have new people.
But the difference is the directors.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's Andrew Adamson. But then it's also Conrad Vernon and Kelly Asbury.
Yeah, and cast is the same. It's still PG.
The cast isn't exactly the same. There's some new people.
Well, yeah, but on Wikipedia they cited the same main three: Fiona, Donkey, Shrek. Okay.
Shrek,
Synopsis: After returning from their honeymoon and showing home movies to their friends, Shrek and Fiona learn that her parents have. Oh my God! Why can I not read? Shrek and Fiona learn that her parents have heard that she has married her true love and wish to invite him to their kingdom, called Far, Far Away. Amazing name.
Which is basically LA.
Hollywood. The Hollywood letters.
I was going to say, don't they have the letters? Yeah.
The catch is Fiona's parents are unaware of the curse that struck their daughter and have assumed that she married Prince Charming, not a 700-pound ogre with horrible hygiene and a talking donkey. That synopsis is all thank you to one IMDb.
Nice.
Not Wikipedia as normal, because Wikipedia's synopsis was paragraphs.
Yeah.
Damn.
And I was like, I'm not about to read all that.
Yeah. So they took this movie and they just were like, more Shrek. And I love it. I love it. It's so good. Donkey's a lot funnier in this one, I think.
I would agree.
I think they're all a lot funnier. Because they just are a lot more self-aware in this one. Even though they were self-aware in the first one, they are like extremely self-aware, and you actually like you see how much Shrek and Fiona care about each other, because he like wants her to be happy, and he knows that like, you know, he sees where she's grown up, and he sees where he like lives with her, and he's like, well, I want you to have like this life, because like I know you love this life, so I want you to be like happy, you know. And so he actually tries to change himself, you know, to make her happy, but it's a miscommunication between them and like what they want. So it's actually like a healthy like relationship dynamic. They're just not able to like come to the solution right away. But I like how this movie like does that.
They're going through the reality of marital struggles.
Yeah.
1 weekend.
Yeah.
By the way, I know we just cast and everything, but I feel like we should also mention Puss in Boots is in this movie.
Oh my God!
Antonio Banderas.
My
Claire
confession
would kill us if we didn't mention Puss in Boots.
My confession is that I remember watching Puss in Boots, like the first one, vaguely, but I like when the second one came out, it like I brought back all of the. I was like, oh, I actually do remember this. Does that make sense?
I'm gonna be completely for real. I saw Puss in Boots in theaters, like the first one. And there was no one else in the theater, and I have no idea to this day what it's about.
I'm pretty sure I saw part of the first Puss in Boots at like the dentist office as a kid. And I don't think that I've ever seen the full thing.
Yeah.
It wasn't that good. I would have remembered
I've
if it was
heard
good.
very different things.
It's been so long.
I thought everyone loved the first Puss in Boots, but I don't really remember enough of it to weigh in on this.
Yeah.
I did see the second one though, the new one, and it's really good.
The second one?
very good.
It's literally the 103rd best movie on Letterboxd right now, which is like crazy. It's above Everything Everywhere. No, it's not above Everything
No way
Everywhere.
is it above.
It's above Banshees of Inisherin.
Oh.
Which
Okay,
might
that
win.
I believe.
Which might win Best Picture this year. So
I really think Everything Everywhere at Once is gonna win Best Picture this year, but
I think it's gonna be that or Banshees.
yeah, but we can't talk about that in this episode because it might.
It might have already happened.
It might have already happened, and we're
Yeah.
gonna embarrass ourselves.
Yeah, but Shrek is my nominee for Best Picture.
Did it win?
No,
Was it even nominated?
I don't know.
I was.
They might not have. I don't think they even had the.
But
animation.
honestly, if Pocahontas won for Best Song, you know, I think this deserves all the awards.
Good music.
Yeah, but they only wrote it so that they could win the picture.
Okay, that's
And there's
how
like
most
one good
things work
song.
in the Oscars.
No, I don't. I have some personal issues with Pocahontas, but that's just me.
I mean, yeah, because it's fucked up when you like actually go into like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really, really messed up.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway.
Shrek 2.
Shrek 2.
What were your main likes and dislikes about this movie?
Oh my god, the fairy godmother is just so fucking funny.
Yeah.
The taco reference, not like she's just like I need grace, and like she goes like and the son like being stupid works in this one. It doesn't work in the third movie, but it works in this one because she's just like kind of controlling him, and she's in charge. And he's just kind of like, Mommy, I want a burger. I want my burger crown.
I haven't seen the third one.
I love it. And I love how she's like kind of this mafia boss. And Shrek's got to like go up against her and everything. And I love how when they like break in to like the potion factory.
When he says TGIF. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That was life-changing for me.
Remember the like when they go through the drive-through?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
That's what I was talking
in the
about.
car.
Like,
I
need
love
burgers.
that.
Yeah. It's perfect.
TGIF was so funny.
It is hilarious. Every word that comes out of her mouth is hilarious. And when he turns into like the human, and his like and like all everyone's like, oh my god, look at him, he's so beautiful. Like I love that. It's hilarious. He's got such a strong jawline.
I saw a Letterboxd review that was like, okay, so he says TGIF, like thank God it's Friday, when he's in the potion room. And then he drinks the potion, and he's out until the next morning. Except at some point the next morning, Puss in Boots says, oh, I hate Mondays, which means that they skipped the whole weekend.
No.
Because the Letterboxd review was like, am I to understand that they were asleep for the whole weekend? Or the potion somehow like...
I think it's not supposed to matter.
No, I'm sure it doesn't.
Yeah.
I just thought that was really funny.
I love how like Puss in Boots tries to kill him for like 5 seconds.
He literally gave in so fast.
And then he's just like
the eyes.
Yeah,
Oh
the
my
eyes.
god, I love
I
the eyes.
love that so much.
yeah.
You guys can't see it, but Benji is making the cat face.
Yeah. It's so cute. I think it's hilarious.
Yeah, and how they did that in the rest of the Puss in Boots movies.
Yeah.
So good.
It's so funny. Especially the new Puss in Boots movie. I know we're not talking about it, even though we should. But it is.
I mean, we're kind of talking about the Shrek universe, so...
Shrek Cinematic Universe.
It's Shrek
There is now a Shrek Cinematic Universe. They have 2 franchises.
Yeah.
They've got Shrek and Puss in Boots.
So I don't think it's completely out there
no.
to mention it.
And
yeah.
Weird.
The Puss in Boots movie was probably the second best movie in the Shrek Cinematic Universe. I think the first one's Shrek 2, and this is the second one, and Shrek is the third one. You know.
It's just that you can tell that the people had so much fun making it.
Yeah.
And it like comes through, and it's like, yeah.
One of my friend's dad's a producer on that.
That's so random.
Wow.
Amir's friends.
You're a true nepo baby.
No. I wish. Yeah, no. I wouldn't. No. Yeah. No. It's so good. I think though with Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, I think that the emotional core of that movie is a lot stronger than the jokes.
Yeah.
Like that's the difference between Shrek 2 and Puss in Boots is that the emotional core of Shrek 2 can kind of be ignored because it's so fucking funny, but Puss in Boots like 2 is just like so heartwarming. Like it's about found family and like love and.
Actually, I have not seen it yet, but I want
the
to.
Puss in Boots.
Yeah, the new Puss in Boots.
So good.
It's really worth it. I know Carmen wants to watch it too, so you should see it with her. She's been talking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like the thing is like the message of Shrek 2 is like basically the same message as Shrek 1, so it's like they didn't have to necessarily delve into it as much.
Kinda, but.
What would you say is different?
I'd say no, they do a good sequel. They take the message and they improve upon it.
I mean, yeah,
that's
but
what a good sequel
at the core.
does. At the core, it's not. I don't want to say it's the same. It's not the same. The first one is like, oh, this girl's obviously got nothing to do with me. He's not even trying, and then because he's different. But now, he has her, and he's different, but it's not like now he's just like all cured of his insecurity. Now it's
That's
like
true, yeah.
I've gotta work now to make this better for her.
I feel like it's kind of the same message, different circumstances, but like they use that to expand.
Well,
upon
they take the first theme and they build on it. That's what they do.
No,
yeah.
I like it. This
Yeah.
is not a criticism that
Yeah.
I have.
And I didn't see Puss in Boots 1. I did see it, but I don't remember it, so I don't know how they did with that sequel. But that sequel honestly stands on its own. Like, you can watch Puss in Boots. You can watch Shrek 2, too, with no context, and still enjoy it, because it's just that good of a movie.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree as well.
I am so glad that we really delved into this movie. Just talked about how much we liked them.
Yeah. How long have we been going for?
Not that long. I didn't check the time when we started, but maybe
I
20
would
minutes.
also like to mention Shrek 2 is as old as, well, at least you, Jadyn. I mean,
2004?
Did it come out in
Yeah.
2004?
Are you 04 or 03?
I'm 04.
Oh,
Wait, you are?
damn. I am the
When is
oldest.
September 2nd.
Did you just turn 18?
Yeah.
I thought you were 19.
I thought you were, I thought because
So that
your
means
birthday's
Grace is
before.
like a full year older than
I'm
Benji.
a full year older. Oh,
That's so weird.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
I'm
It's
a-
as old
Wait,
as
that means
you
I'm older
guys,
than
not
Benji.
me.
Yo.
Did you know what Professor Ma said about that?
Who?
Ma balls.
Oh, shut the fuck up. Forget.
See, we've gotten 2 cricket
See how I'm in charge of editing, so that means that there's going to be crickets right there after your joke. And you're gonna
Okay.
completely...
People will think that's hilarious.
When Carmen added the drum roll and the laugh or the clap track the first time, I was like, you have to add this in every single time, because we didn't talk about it at first, and so she just played the first episode for me, and I was on the ground laughing, and I was like, when Benji's on, you have to add the crickets, like, because you know he's gonna say something, and so we were like, yes.
Okay.
You can make someone bomb by adding crickets.
Exactly.
It's the power of editing.
Every time you
Yep.
talk, I'll just add crickets overlay.
Cinema verite.
There's
Damn.
just crickets going every time you're speaking.
Damn.
So disrespectful.
So disrespectful.
I'm
Poor
not buying
Benji.
I'm not buying you guys tacos after this.
Oh, damn it.
Oh man.
Blew it.
Shucks.
You know Claire's gonna be back any minute.
Really?
We're just saying anything at this point. Shrek.
Yeah.
But yeah, this movie's the second one's 19 years. 18.
18 years because it came out in 2004.
Yeah, 18. Oh my god. I'm going to be 20 this year. Sorry, sidetrack, but I'm going to be 20 this year.
I'm gonna be 19 this year.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's crazy.
You can't relate. We can't
Old.
relate.
You,
Okay, you
Oh,
know
poor
what?
babies.
you old people.
You know what?
Hi, you're gonna die.
Respect your youth. Thank you very much.
Respect your elders, you
Living
mean?
millennial. Respect your elders.
Respect your elders, yes.
Yeah. Respect your youth.
Respect your youth.
Yeah.
No, okay. I can't believe it. Oh my god. But the fact that these movies are so, like,
The fact that they've stood the test of time.
Exactly.
Is like really impressive.
again, like I was saying at the beginning, like, my nephews watch these movies all the time. And,
Yeah.
you know, like, they still hold up. They're
Yeah.
amazing.
What did you guys rate Shrek 2 compared to Shrek 1?
10 out of 10. 5 stars. Same thing as Lego Batman. I love that movie.
Yeah.
Michael Batman was good, yeah. What about you, Jane?
There's movies, most kids' movies, in fact, I think, like Megamind, which is one of my favorite DreamWorks movies ever.
Oh, yes, I've watched this movie with you, and you look
Yeah.
eerily similar to Megamind yourself.
I took it from a point where, like, a lot of kids' movies, they have a concept and they go with it, but they don't push it all the way to the point where, like, adults can enjoy it too.
I agree with this.
Mm-hmm.
And Disney has done this before, and even though they're terrible most times, and they always fall a little short because they're afraid to offend people. And DreamWorks has a little less of, like, of that apprehension, at least in these films.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not afraid to, like, push some boundaries a little farther than Disney's willing to go. And I feel like they do that with this movie. They push it to the point where, like, we're accepting that we're a pop culture reference, and we are totally embracing that. There's going to be some off-color shit in this movie, and you got to be prepared for it. Like, there's all that stuff we talked about before and more. Do the same thing with Megamind, which is why I love talking about Megamind. They really, like, encapsulate, like, the how a relationship works, and, like, how guilt works, nature versus nurture. So they're really tackling a lot of bigger things in, like, their movies than Disney ever does. But
I think we should do
I love
Megamind
it.
at some point.
We should do Megamind.
What if
at
all
some
of
point.
our like backup episodes were just like animated movies from
I
this
think
time
that's a
period?
great idea.
They should be. If we do one on Prince of Egypt, I'm gonna make it an hour and 30 minutes long because I have
God.
so much to say about that movie.
I would really enjoy doing Megamind, and then we could post that picture of you doing
Yes.
the Megamind face.
Yes.
That looks so similar.
I actually think that.
Oh my god, he's doing it right now.
I think that's
Wait.
actually a really good idea because they're like, we can make them like shorter episodes and then
Yeah.
just do
That'd be
animated, because
Yeah.
yeah.
Although-
Can we do like Tangled or something? I know
Yes!
it's Disney.
I
do
love
Tangled.
Tangled.
Tangled is cool.
Tangled's one of the better
Tangled.
Disney animated movies.
Yeah.
I love Tangled so much.
But we got to do Prince of Egypt.
I'm
I've never
down for
seen it
whatever.
before.
You need that. It's the best DreamWorks movie ever. It's the best. It's one of the
I've
best
not
animated
seen it.
movies ever.
I would love to watch
it's
it.
on. It's on par with Studio Ghibli,
Mm.
like if not better than some of their films. Like it is that good.
Okay.
Like,
I would
and
also,
I watched Howl's Moving Castle the other day. Like,
You guys, I've been slacking on my animation.
Oh,
my animated
so good.
movies.
if we do this where we do like the animated for our filler episodes, I would like to throw out Emperor's New Groove in that.
Yes, I love that movie.
that movie
movie's
so much.
hilarious.
Love that movie.
Yeah,
Okay.
and it's like the perfect length for a kids.
Yes.
movie. I don't think kids movies should go over an hour 30 minutes. I think that you're wasting time if you go over an hour 30 minutes.
we should do
Unless you're Prince of
Zootopia,
Egypt.
and we should really pick apart why Zootopia is a bad movie. I don't like Zootopia.
Zootopia.
It's been so long since I've seen
The
it.
propaganda.
Zootopia made some affected our generation in a really odd way.
I don't enjoy Zootopia, and I think we should. I think Claire would really enjoy doing Zootopia too.
Oh boy, I could see her like.
This is sort
just
of yeah.
tearing that up.
I think Zootopia would be a really interesting one.
What other?
I feel like
yeah.
Zootopia is one of those movies where we're past all that shit. You know?
Zootopia came
We're
out
better
when we were in
now.
7th grade.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's
Seventh
crazy.
grade.
No, Ratatouille.
Yes.
Ratatouille
Oh my God.
is Pixar's
Basically-
like opus.
What we
Yeah.
should do is after we finish, we have to go
Yeah.
back and listen to everything that we
do
said and
Cars?
write it
Can we
down.
do Cars?
Yes.
All 3 of them.
We should do one. Yeah, of all
Cars
3 of
are
them.
terrible movies, honestly. I'm not gonna lie.
I love the first one.
I've seen. Yeah, the
I
first
don't
one.
really like the second one, but it was still very like entertaining. Like, it's not-
Lightning McQueen though the first one is like tolerable,
yeah.
but
The third one's
the-
kind of bad.
the third one, I've heard mixed things about the third one, but the second one is fucking nuts. All right, the second one is crazy.
Crazy.
Because guess what? There is a car pope. So that means
God.
that
No,
at
I've
some
seen
point,
this,
wait.
yeah.
At some point, there was a car Jesus. Now, wait a minute. But think about it.
He was
The
hung
the
on the
cars,
cross.
the older cars, are like older models of cars. But Jesus was alive like 2,000 years ago. So was Jesus a horse or a carriage? And if so, how do you crucify a horse or a carriage? Which really the whole question is, when is the Cars prequels coming out, and will it answer what came first, the cart or the horse? All right. So what the hell?
I
is,
think you're
like-
really onto something here, and I would also like to say that there was a period when we were about like 8th grade to freshman when whenever you would Google their ages, it would say that Lightning McQueen was 56 and Sally was 16.
which is weird.
Damn.
There was a phase. It doesn't do that anymore.
That's
but
some
there was a phase
Leonardo
where we
DiCaprio
looked
type
at-
And-
shit.
Well,
Yeah.
she's not. As long as she's below 25, you're good to drive. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
That's his rule.
Well, have you guys seen his new girlfriend is 19?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm 19.
Leo, you're nearly 50, mate. Yeah, no.
I'm 19.
Insane.
Just for a reference, for The Last of Us, Pedro Pascal is 47 and Bella Ramsey's 19. It's the same age difference.
I saw a thing that was saying Jojo C was older than his girlfriend.
No, but she is.
Jojo C was like,
I mean, like-
a couple months older than his girlfriend.
But like, can you blame her? If I'm 19, I'm dating Leonardo DiCaprio. I mean, like,
I can't weigh in on this because never in a million years would I date Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
I find him gross.
I wouldn't, but Pedro Pascal, I would fuck that up.
Pedro
Absolutely.
Pascal, you know,
Absolutely.
we don't even have to say it.
Absolutely.
He
Love
get
that
me
man.
right now.
Oh my god.
He walks in here, I'm his. You know.
You have to fight me for him, Benji. I would just like to throw out Incredibles,
Incredibles.
Okay.
Big Hero 6.
Where is my Big Hero 6?
Fucking love that movie.
I love
I
it.
watched
Not a
it
great
since.
movie. Worst villain ever. He got what he deserved. Like that guy's so dumb.
I
that-
love Big Hero 6.
I
I'm so
love
sorry.
Big Hero. Baymax. Like, I could care, but I love that
In
movie.
the year 2023, I do ba la 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 la
all the time. I literally taught my nephews how to do that.
In the
I
year
was like, you
2023,
gotta do it. Yeah.
Ironically, I will say goodbye to people that way.
Baymax is good.
I-
Everything else about that movie sucks.
I think this would make a really good episode, and I would like to be a part of it.
Yes, we should do that one.
The three
for
of
sure.
us should do Big Hero 6.
I love Big Hero
Okay.
6.
Big Hero 6 is the one that we would all fight over, though. We'd all want to do Big Hero 6.
Yeah, but I think we've claimed
They
it.
also just
It's
like
us.
put as many Frozen references as they could in that movie.
I actually
Um,
haven't seen it in long enough that I have no idea what that means.
Yeah.
Like Disney, in all of its movies, puts little Easter eggs.
Oh, I know
Mhm.
that.
And like
Okay.
that you pause and catch.
Oh,
I do
okay,
that
yeah.
religiously.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I love to catch that shit. So
And then also Monsters Inc.
Did you guys ever hear? Oh, yeah.
Monsters
yeah.
Inc. is great.
Yeah.
Pixar used to make some really good stuff.
I
Did you
love
guys
Pixar.
Ever hear the conspiracy theory that Frozen was only created to hide like all of the conspiracy theories about Walt Disney's frozen head?
Yeah, I heard that.
What?
Because
And-
you know how people say Walt Disney's head is frozen in like
Oh.
Disney
Yeah.
or something? It's because like whenever you would type like Disney Frozen, like that would pop up. So they made the movie called Frozen so that whenever
Wow.
you Googled it, it wouldn't come up.
That's
Which
crazy.
Makes, I mean, I don't necessarily believe this,
I don't
obviously,
know.
but like I think it's smart because why would they name it Frozen? That doesn't. I feel
Who
like,
cares that the guy froze his head? You know, like
yeah, but
Yeah.
also like
That's funny.
like why would they name it Frozen? You know what I mean? They were like probably better names than Frozen
Yeah.
for.
well,
movie.
I don't know. I feel like that shit just got eaten up so quickly and became like a pop culture like miracle.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like and now,
Miracle?
well, like it just was so popular. It was like one of their most highest
that
grossing
shit
films of all
blew
time.
up.
That movie, I'm so sorry.
What?
I said I love Frozen.
I
really
love Frozen
do.
too. It still holds up.
And the second one's good too.
My cousin.
What I liked about Frozen is that it's not a story about love between like
Yes,
it's a
it's a
story of
sisterly
love
love.
between
It's so
sisters.
cute.
Yeah.
Which
And-
I remember when that movie came out, I saw it with my mom and she was like, that was the best mess. Like she was like, I loved that ending so much. It's
One of the only movies where they're all not minors.
Yeah. That's
yeah.
nice. Yeah.
Unlike Snow White when she is literally 14
Oh,
years
God.
old in the
Yeah.
woods, getting kissed by some 20-something, 30-something year old.
And they toned that down from the actual one where she's not woken up by a kiss. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Oh yeah, what is it like the grim,
Her birthing pains.
well no, but who
That's what. Yeah. Originally.
the
Really?
Yeah. So he has sex with her while she's asleep. 9 months later, she wakes up.
Yeah.
Trigger warning.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
but wasn't it the Grimm's who wrote the
The Grimm's
Grimm's
Brothers.
brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of those are so fucked up.
Well, I know that.
Well, they collected
The
them.
Little Mermaid one, too.
These were all myths for thousands of years, like that were just ever since like it's just
Because
princesses.
they were like
and
lessons
princes.
for children.
Yeah,
Mhm.
kinda.
They were like, don't go in the woods
Yeah.
or you'll be Snow White. Don't.
Well, because like, and
Hansel and Gretel.
if we can have this discussion if we do like an overall like Disney thing.
Yeah.
That would be
but,
a
like,
good episode.
They're like a lot of these stories come from really dark origins because
Yeah.
people wrote these stories when like during the Black Plague, when
Yeah.
like there was like a lot of people dying and people wrote a lot of the reasons for stories existing is because there were a lot of them cautionary tales and lessons because why do you write stories like that? You write that because that shit happens to
Mhm.
people and you want to warn people about it.
No, I think that'd be really interesting.
Interesting.
Even if we did like an episode that wasn't about a specific movie, but just
yeah.
about like the concept. That'd be really good.
That would be really good. Yeah, I would also last two, Hercules
Yes.
and Aladdin.
Hercules.
okay.
Hercules.
I love that movie
My
so
favorite,
much.
um,
That is one of my favorite villains of all
Mhm.
time.
Yeah.
Hades is the best.
I love Hades. My favorite one was Beauty and the Beast when I was a kid.
I was a big Sleeping Beauty fan. I used to be able to read
I
the
used to be scared of that
story
movie.
with like from memory before I could even like actually read. Like I used to be able to read the story to myself. I loved Sleeping Beauty. I have a little ornament, like a Christmas tree ornament, that's Aurora and Prince Philip, and she's in the blue. And it's been a while, but you know how the fairies
Yeah,
are like, make it blue, make it
Change
pink.
the dress color.
And so it's a little ornament with the two of them, and it has a
Aw.
button, and so plays the song, and the dress goes from
That's
pink
so
to
cute.
blue. And it's like as old as I am, and if that thing ever broke, I would cry so hard. I've
I
had
have
that
so
my
many Disney
entire
ornaments.
life.
Most of my tree is like Disney
It's
ornaments.
same. Yeah, that was my movie growing
I've
up.
got the same thing with like a Winnie the Pooh.
Yes.
Aw, yeah.
I love.
Our dogs were named
Tigger.
after Winnie and Tigger from Winnie and the Pooh.
Aw, that's really cute.
Yeah.
My dog's named after a Dave Matthews Band drummer.
Yes.
Oh.
That was all my mom's doing.
All right, you guys.
Yeah.
I think it's time to sign off.
All right.
Did we give our final ratings?
Yes.
Yes, I said like 7.5 to 8, and then a 9
Yeah.
For
for
Shrek
Shrek
2?
1 and Shrek 2.
8 for 1, 10 for 2.
I'd probably say like 8, 9, something like that for Shrek 2 as well. Yeah.
Great. Love it.
Yeah. All right. And Claire's back right as we're
Look at
ending.
that. Perfect timing.
Producer Claire.
All right. So
All right.
we'll see you next week with probably like maybe a regularly scheduled episode.
Yep.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Have a
Bye.
good night. Good night.
love you.
Follow us on our socials.
Oh yeah, true. Follow us on Normalist Chicago Residents on our. You can listen on our YouTube and our Spotify, and
Follow us on Instagram.
Follow us on Instagram and check out our website where you can also watch it.
Good night, good morning,
Good
and
night,
good
good
afternoon.
morning. Bye guys.
All right. Bye.
We love you. Good night.